Okay, here's a guy that's pretty excited about something. So what is he all excited about? Well, the following is a fantastic strategy which has huge potential to see people saved and assimilated into your church. Now, why did I say your church, or underline the word your? Because it is the heart and the passion of every pastor and minister in the world to grow their church, and it's a God-given, sanctified motive for wanting to grow the church. And so here is a strategy that can help you actually help ministers and pastors fulfill their vision to grow their church. So that's what this guy's all excited about. The core of this strategy is this website, bible11.org/ and then your church name. So this website won't work if you just put in bible11.org. You need to put the name of your church after the /, and we'll explain that, how this works as we go through this little presentation. So to view a sample church website, please go to www.bible11.org/ Salvation Army Botany. So that's what it'll look like when you put your ending on after the /, the name of your church. It will look like a unique website that's dedicated to your church. Alright. Okay, so how does it work? Well, firstly, your church will print some business cards with the following on each side. On one side will be the name of your church, your logo, and anything else you want to include. So there's a little sample that's been made up. On the reverse side will be the words, yep, the whole Bible summarized in 11 minutes. At the bottom of your business card, there will be a unique web address which links directly to your church, which I've just explained. So in this case, in this example, the church is St. Andrews. And when people go onto that website, they will use that web address, they will go directly to what looks like a St. Andrews website. You tell us what wording you want after the / and the web address. We register this for you. This web address then becomes unique to your church. It's a pretty cool concept. So every church is getting a free website basically here to help draw non-Christians to Christ. These cards are then given out to all the members in your church. They will in turn give them to non-Christians, family, friends, workmates, etc. Anybody they come across, people they meet on a bus, on an aeroplane, or wherever they are. They're just such easy things to give out. So here's somebody giving one out, and that makes it easy to understand what we're talking about here. Alright, what do non-Christians see when they visit www.bible11.org / St. Andrews? So remember, this web address with St. Andrews on the end is just for use in this presentation. It's not a real address at the moment. Okay. The first thing they see is an 11-minute presentation of the gospel. To view this gospel message, please visit www.bible11.com. When you see this gospel message, this message has now literally been seen by hundreds of thousands of non-Christians. They really connect with it. It's straight up, it's honest, it's uncompromising, it's balanced theologically and accurate theologically. And so it is a faithful to the New Testament gospel message, and you'll see that when you look at it. At the end of the gospel presentation, a TV presenter appears with a short message appealing to site visitors to connect with someone from St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. So non-Christians get on the site, they hear the gospel, and then they have this person appear. The presenter is Howard Dobson of TV3 Sports Tonight show. That's a New Zealand television show. And there's Howard Dobson. There he is, a really handsome looking dude, lovely smile, lovely face, very professional, and that's the show he runs called Sports Tonight. To view what he says, please click on the following link. So if you want to just click on that link, you'll see what Howard actually says. What happens at the end of what Howard says? So people have heard the gospel, and then they get taken to Howard, and then what happens? Well, website visitors are automatically taken through to another page which looks like that page you can see just there right now. This page has 30-second videos of people in your church. These people are volunteering to make themselves available to connect with non-Christians who visit the St Andrew's website. Please notice some things about these Connect videos. So there'll be a whole lot of people in your church who'll make 30-second videos, upload them onto this website, and there'll be people who will be available to connect with non-Christians who come onto the site after hearing the gospel. The name of the person in your church will be there. In this case it's John Doe. The name of your church, the address of your church, because some people might want to do a drive-by and actually check out the church. Not a drive-by in the criminal sense, but a drive-by in the sense of, oh, I want to go and check this church out. Here's the address, here's what it's called, so on. The site visitor is asked to fill out a quick form which is automatically sent through to John Doe. So it's up to John Doe to contact the visitor. In this way, John, not the visitor, is in control. His contact details are confidential. The site is safe, and that's good to know, isn't it? Okay. How do volunteers in your church list themselves on this website, or connectors, we could call them instead of volunteers, people who want to be the connection point between the website and the church? Well, please visit www.bible11.org/list yourself. Just put that into your browser and see what comes up. When the site opens, fill in the online form. The online form looks like that, and you can just read a bit about that, but we'll want your name, your email, your church name, your church website, the address of your YouTube video, because remember you're going to do a 30-second YouTube video, and then your pastor's permission. We really want to work with pastors in this and with this, and obviously we want pastors to approve people who are going onto this website, because they need to be people who are going to be okay or good at connecting with the unchurched. Because you're going to have non-Christians who are seeking God, who are saying, look, I'm thinking about becoming a Christian, I've got some questions, I've got some things I want to ask you, and you become that person who is the one that leads them to Christ or helps them get to that point, and then bring them into church and assimilate them into discipleship and the life of your church. It's pretty cool. Alright, all the volunteers need to do is shoot their video. So shoot a 30-second video of yourself, and on this video be upbeat, friendly, because you're advertising yourself, saying, hey, I'm putting my hand up to be somebody that would love to have a coffee with you and have a chat with you about where you're at in your Christian journey. Upload your video onto YouTube. If you don't know how to do that, then ask a young person. Every young person in the world knows how to do this. Copy the web address site of your video. There it is down there. Then paste it into the YouTube video address field on the List Yourself web form, and there it is there. You just paste your web address in there, and we'll do all the rest for you. How does this strategy glorify Jesus? Some people say, well, how is this going to glorify God? Let's have a look at this. First of all, it provides a way for the people in your church to participate in the Great Commission and be obedient to it. Most churches have absolutely no strategy for evangelism. They have no vision for it. And so this provides a vision, provides a strategy for churches that don't have an evangelism strategy. Giving out cards is very easy with zero cringe factor, so everyone in your church can join in. See, when they come to the website, it's a very polished, professional website. It's all been done by professional people, so there's no cringe factor with the site when non-Christians come and have a look. Thirdly, as such, it unites people in a church for a common purpose. Nothing will give your church a sense of forward momentum and the thing that it needs, the vision and the goals that it needs, more than all the people in your church having a common purpose, especially the purpose of the Great Commission, which is the greatest of all. Number 4, non-Christians will hear an uncompromised gospel message. We talked about that. Number 5, because the cards have the unique web address of your church, non-Christians who hear the gospel have the potential to be drawn into your church. So we're going to make sure we look after them, we're going to make sure they're discipled, and we want to close the back door. Number 6, this strategy links evangelism powerfully with local churches. So you're not just giving out cards randomly around your city or around your neighborhood and your community. What you are doing is you are going into the world, spreading the gospel, and then watching those who respond and linking them back into your local church. It's a fantastic strategy. Number 7, it utilizes a low-key social media approach to connecting with non-Christians in your community. I.e., site visitors can look at the people in your church before deciding who to connect with. So it's a pretty cool thing. Social media, Facebook and Twitter and so on, they're very powerful tools that are being used by people in the world, and we want to jump on the bandwagon and use this concept for the glory of God. So that's what we're doing. Here's another reason. In Acts 1:8, Jesus specifically commanded us to focus firstly on our Jerusalem. Well, the area around your church is its geographical Jerusalem. So really, if we have an evangelism strategy in our church, we should be focusing on reaching all the people within a certain radius of our church. We ought to be making a priority of getting one of these cards into the hands of everyone within a 20-kilometer radius of our church. That's our Jerusalem. It's within easy driving distance to get to our church. That's what we should be doing in the first instance, I think. Then each member of your church should also aim to give one of these cards to everyone in their sphere of influence, i.e. their personal Jerusalem, because their personal Jerusalem is the people they work with, their family, their friends, the person on the bus next to them, the person on the aeroplane, wherever they're going. Wherever you are, that's your Jerusalem. Okay, there we go. To see the place of good works, prayer, social action, etc. in this vision, please just visit this website, because people are saying, well, is this all we do? There's much more to going into the Great Commission than just simply proclaiming the gospel or spreading it. Well, that's true. And vital to the whole mission of the church are good works, prayer, social action, and a whole lot of other great behaviours, which we'll show you on that website how these integrate with this strategy. So it's worth having a look at that little video. What's the first step to registering your church and yourself on this website? Well, as I said, go to this web address, and there it is down there, list yourself, and refer to the video guide, because you're going to make yourself a video, aren't you? And there is the video guide there. So if you want to know where the video guide is, have a look at that. That teaches you, or give you some really good pointers on how to make a great little video of yourself that will just be anointed, which the Holy Spirit will work through to cause them to want to choose you to connect with, which would be very cool, wouldn't it? Okay, so shoot your video, as we've said, upload it onto YouTube, click the share button, there's a little share button there, and then copy the website address of your video, which will be there. Then paste your website address into the YouTube video address field on the list yourself web form, and there it is there. Alright? We will then send you your unique web address. In this case it's /St Andrews, but once we know your church name, then we can make up a specific web address, and if you want to customize your own one, you just let us know. We'll do that for you as well. Have a few thousand cards printed. We can print them for you, or you can print them yourself. And here comes the cool bit. Excuse me. Now you're going to start recruiting. What do we mean by that? Well, start recruiting people in your church to first of all start giving out cards. This is a vision for the whole church. We want to mobilize absolutely everybody, because every non-Christian needs to have an opportunity to hear the gospel clearly. So we want the whole church to be involved in this, not just a little group of people in the church, but the whole church. Number two, have people shoot their own video and make themselves available to be a connection point for non-Christians who visit the website. So you're trying to get people to actually you want more and more connectors, or more and more people to put their videos on the website. Email the link to this video to everyone in your church so they understand fully what this strategy is all about and how they can join in. Well, we've got to get ready, because now we're going to have non-Christians starting to call our people or connect with our people, and then what's going to happen? Well, is your church ready to disciple new Christians? That's a good question. Are you ready? Because we don't want them coming to a church that's not ready, and they're not going to be discipled, not going to be loved, not going to be cared for, not going to be looked after. We don't want that. So there's got to be a certain readiness in churches that participate in this. How will you assimilate them into your church? What's your plan? How are you going to do that? Exactly how? If people do ring up and we have people start to join the church, and they're all different levels of spiritual maturity, and some are saved and some are not, and so on. What are we going to do with all these people? Are you going to give the connectors That is, the people with their videos on the website, extra training on how to connect, because we don't want to blow it, do we? We want to have people there who are going to really honour the Lord and be great when they're meeting non-Christians in a cafe or wherever they're going to meet them. So we want to have people who are, who feel they've got some confidence in that area to do that. Number 4, how are you going to mobilise your church to participate? Exactly how are you going to do that? Number 5, how are you going to maintain momentum? We want the whole church doing this and we want to keep it up forever. So we need to have a bit of a plan for that as well. And maybe there's some other considerations there that you've thought about that I haven't thought about. But we need to get ready for this website and the effect it's going to have. And the verse that God gave me about this was Daniel 12:3, and it says this: "Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever." How absolutely amazing is that scripture, particularly the last couple of lines, "and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever." You know what? When you plant the seed of the gospel out there in the hearts and the minds of non-Christians, give them a chance to connect with Jesus through the gospel. There are going to be many who will come to righteousness because of your efforts. But you know what? If we don't sow, we will not reap. If we don't have an evangelism strategy, it just ain't going to happen. We have to be deliberate, we have to be strategic, and we have to be prayerful. But we have to take actions. Not enough just to pray for the lost. We've got to actually do some stuff. We've got to go to them and hold out the word of truth right before them. Give them a chance. So my final word is this: let's just go for it. Let's just make it happen. Go for it. If you want to ask any questions, or if you have some queries or some things you'd like to find out, please just email me. I'd love to talk to you, connect with you, and let's partner together as we go forwards. Okay, God bless you.